Oh yeah, I know if you're here, it's because you're ready for an incredibly productive muscle and mobility fueled 30 minutes. Today is push day, so we're going to start down on all fours for some quadruped scapular push-ups. So in this case, elbows stay locked. I just want you to drop your chest to the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then press into the floor and pull them apart. Alright, so this is a nice, accessible introduction to our retraction and protraction work for the shoulder blade. We're going to be really getting stuck into not just building muscle through the chest, shoulders, and triceps, but also looking after the mobility of our shoulders, both
halfway there,
the joint capsule, but then also the functions of the scapula, the shoulder blade, and how important that is, and often neglected in conventional training methodology.
10 seconds. Rest.
Next up, we're going to be looking at same base position, a reach and rotation. We're going to alternate sides. We're looking to get movement, yes, across that upper back scapula, but also some T-spine rotation, thoracic rotation. So I'm going to go with my left elbow nice and soft. I'm going to reach my right arm through as far as it'll go. Bring it back, hand to temple, rotate as far around as you'll go that way. It won't be huge, that's okay. We want to try and keep the motion to that upper back. Now, if you're like any of the rest of us in the Western world, this area will be stiff,
halfway there,
tight, subject to neglect. So it's okay if you feel real stiff here, you're doing good stuff for it. You're doing good stuff for it.
10 seconds.
Last one.
Rest.
All right, next up we're going to be coming prone for the shoulder swimmer. So this is looking at shoulder rotation through the following complex. I'm going to start with my arms overhead. And I'm going to punch my thumbs into the sky and then bring them around as high off the ground as I can as I start to turn the thumbs down, 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 down. Once I run out of space, bend the elbows, fist bump behind the back, and then bring it back and around into that overhead position. Rinse, repeat. Again, I just love the cue of keeping your arms as far away off the ground at all times as you can, whilst exploring full rotation of that joint capsule.
10 seconds. Rest.
Next up, we're going to be doing a Cobra Push Up, so we're going to stay in this prone position, and I'm just going to press my arms to as straight as they will go. If you're feeling a little frosty in the lower back, just take your time there. Alright, don't overextend if it doesn't feel good, just go with the range that feels good for you today. And that applies to everything we do today. Chances are you'll be exposed to some ranges or some positions or some work that you're not used to doing. So honor what your physical form has to offer us today and consider this a deposit into future you. It takes time, but you're in the right place.
10 seconds.
If you want to look good, feel good now and for years to come.
Rest.
And then our final bit of prep work here, we're going to come into a down dog sort of yoga pose. So pike the bum to the sky in that sort of pyramid shape.
Last round.
Keeping the arms locked out, I want you to think about pressing into the ground and then pulling your shoulders back. So it's just this shrugging motion. Shoulders to ears, shoulders back. Just up and down, creating as much movement as you can there, entirely in that shoulder blade, not from the elbows. Shrug up, shrug down, up and down.
10 seconds.
Up, down, up, Lovely. Now we have a minute to get ourselves set up for our first block of work. So every 3 minutes we're going to be doing alternating glute bridge floor press. Okay, bottoms up position. I'm going to be aiming for like 10 to 12 per side. Bearing in mind we have 3 sets here. So start with something moderate that you feel confident in moving. I'm going to grab the 20 kilo dumbbells here, hopefully looking to transition to the 30s. We're also, once we finish that, going to do some forearm scapular push-ups, so digging in deeper in strengthening that protraction and retraction. So using our rest periods here to build and strengthen the surrounding structures. We're then also going to finish up with 20 to 30 seconds in a tabletop or a crab bridge to strengthen shoulder extension. And then we get to rest whatever we've got left over before we repeat it 2 more times, and then we'll move on to the rest of our work. All right, so lots of back-to-back stuff, but not too competing, so that we can really make the most of our time here. So dumbbells, yes, cool. Neutral position or slightly pronated, and we're going to bridge up, and I'm just going to alternate up and down, slow and smooth, light touch of the elbow before pressing the other one. Like I said, I'm going to shoot for 12 out the gate here, per side that is. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay, that was my 12. Then we're going to come into a forearm plank. Tuck the tailbone and squeeze the glutes for a nice strong base. And then I'm going to drop the chest towards the floor, shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart. Now I'm just going to go for 10 repetitions, keeping a brace through the abdominals and the glutes whilst working that shoulder blade.
Halfway there.
Flipping on over, fingers pointing to the sides. I'm going to drive my hips up, open my chest to the sky, use the glutes, lock the hips out, and try and have that line shoulder, knee, and hip in a straight line. Just do what you can manage here, no more than 30 seconds. Really think about opening the chest, feeling that big stretch through that bicep, pec, and shoulder. And I'm resting. You've got a minute now until we do it all again from the top. So hopefully enough time to get some recovery in there, so we can go again hard on the next set. We will obviously be accumulating fatigue here because we're not just sitting around doing nothing, but it's a productive trade-off. I'm going to reach for the 30s. Bearing in mind, rep ranges are arbitrary. What's important is that you challenge yourself here. Now that might be more than 12. Could be less than 10. It's quite possible that I might get 9 a side here. We'll see. We'll see. Keep an eye on it. Progressing as the weeks go on. Okay.
10 seconds.
Bridge up.
Round 2.
Let's go. Oh yeah. Okay. Into 10 or so reps of forearm scapular work. Okay. And 20 to 30 seconds of our crab bridge here.
Halfway there.
A little bit longer on the old restaroo. We're going to do one more set. Okay, so if you haven't found a tough set with your press yet, go heavier or do more reps on this round, because you'll then have whatever's left over of that final 3 minutes plus an extra minute of rest and rotation before the next block of work. Woo! Shoulders are going to feel toasty with all this back-to-back stuff. Oh, yes, lovely. Oh, feeling better already. Don't know about you. Maybe you're doing this first thing in the morning, maybe you're sneaking it in during the day, or it's at the end of another long day of doing your best in modernity. But don't you find you always feel better after that first 5 minutes? And we're in, and we're making it happen. Momentum.
10 seconds.
All right, last set.
Last round.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. All right, last of these guys. Ooh. And crabbies.
Halfway there.
Nice. I'm going to start telling you about what's coming up next. We're just going to do 2 sets of the following work. 60-second work windows with a 30-second rest in between. Now, those 60-second windows are good because if you're perhaps using a lighter load, which I'd recommend if you're new to some of these movements, you might go for a longer set to really challenge yourselves getting close to muscular failure, which is important to drive the results that we're after. Or you could go a little heavier. Maybe you don't make it to 60 seconds, that's cool, but if it challenges you, it's a really productive set. If you find you hit 60 seconds, continuous work of, in this case, tall kneeling alternating Arnold press, Shifting the emphasis now more to the front of the shoulder, medial shoulder. If you hit 60 seconds in the first set,
10 seconds.
you're going to want to go heavier if that's an option for you in the second set. We're partnering that up with, just let man interrupt me for a second.
Rest.
We're partnering that up with strengthening shoulder rotation. Again, something often ignored. We're going to use a Cuban rotation here. You're going to want to grab the lightest thing you have, at least for the first set, because we're going to be holding this 90-degree position, rotating in and out of our greatest range, under control. No flinging around, really owning the space. Now, because we're doing the press, we're already going to have fatigue, metabolite buildup in these tissues. So you don't have to do the whole time. I'm just thinking like, okay, can I get 8, 9, 10 reps? Maybe more if it feels too easy, but that's unlikely. Rolling through there. Now, especially an internal rotation might feel a little bit vulnerable for you, because it's just something you chances are won't have trained, and it's not something that you tend to hit with conventional exercise programming. So
10 seconds.
let's just take this as a nice bit of exploration. I don't know why I've gone for the 20s. This is going to be pretty hearty.
Let's go.
But we are alternating. Controlled, rotating presses. Up and down.
Halfway there.
Come on.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Nice. I should have said before, if kneeling in that position isn't so good for you, you could do that standing, seated, whatever works for you, and allows you to get the most out of this. I'm going to give a break on the knees, and we're going to come standing for these Cuban rotations. I'm going to use 5 kilos. I don't want you to be shrugged in the shoulders. Keep the shoulders neutral.
Round 2.
Get us to this sort of 90-degree position, and we're just going to control. Slow and smooth, thinking about corkscrewing your upper arm inside that shoulder joint. Really localize it to just rotation. Now, if you have the range, as you come into external rotation, you can let that dumbbell pull you a little bit deeper into that stretch. Now, I've got quite a reasonable amount of range here. I've trained it a lot.
Halfway there.
But if that's an option, consider exploring it. Definitely getting hot through the shoulder now. Last set's going to be toasty.
Seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Now, because we've got minimal rest here in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to drop down to the 12.5, so those Arnolds, because I know with the 20s I'm going to hit a wall very fast. So I encourage you to pivot either way. If you went hard like I did in the first set, you can either hold the line or go lighter, and vice versa if it was just too easy. We're just doing this one more time, and then we've got our isolating finisher. Oof, okay.
Round 3. Halfway there.
Oh yeah, it's getting tough.
10 seconds. Rest.
Now, if you have to either break this up or just not do the full 60 seconds with your rotations, that'll be fine. I'm probably going to add in some small breaks because I know I'm feeling all kinds of toasty already up top. Ah, lovely. Sooner or later, your legs skip where you'll hit the ground.
Last round.
Okay, a little break, let it flush out. Whoa.
Seconds.
Absolutely cooked, I'm going to call it there.
Rest.
And rest we shall. So, minute and a half-ish into our last piece. We're just going to do 2 lots of that 3-minute window again. That gives us freedom around our repetitions. Again, I just want you to burn things up here. Get yourself close to muscular failure across these 3 moves. Push-up of choice, that could be knees, it could be on the toes, but eccentric only. So just the lowering phase, then resetting from the knees. It could be regular on the toes push-ups if you've got those in the bag, just doing a challenging amount of reps for you. Or like I'm gonna do deficit push-ups, shooting for somewhere between 10 to 15 is what I'm going for. Again, relative strength stuff can be hard to predict using your body weight. So just choose one that you think is going to be within your abilities, challenge it for a couple of sets, happy days. So I'm going to have my hands on the dumbbells, just gives me extra range of motion. Big stretch across there. I'm then going to jump up and go into lateral races. I'm going to use those 7.5s for minimum 8, but ceiling of 15. So use your weight, gauge your weight accordingly, sorry. And then 1 or 2 dumbbells overhead for tricep extensions. If that overhead position is no good for you, you could come lying down on the floor for lying skull crushers instead.
10 seconds.
Then we'll rest for whatever we've got left of that 3-minute window. Do it all again. Bish bash bosh, happy days, 30 minutes, we're done.
Let's go.
Okay, 15. I'm just going to come up to my knees for my lateral raises. I like to think that I'm holding like jugs of water that I'm pouring out. So don't throw the dumbbells back. Think about leading with the little finger, controlling down. Little finger first. Shoulders are going to be just cooked. That's okay. Do what we can. Oh, 10 was all he had. I'm going to grab a 20 for my overhead tricep extensions. Again, trying to keep the elbows tucked and together. Press up, but prioritize that bottom stretch. Forearm into the bicep at the bottom. This will obviously impact our push-ups greatly. There's going to be a sharp drop-off there. Again, that's okay. minute just to flush out. Let's do another set that will be over way quicker. I think I'm going to go for the 5s for my lateral raises. And that'll be us. Oh, this is great. I love this new format. I think we're onto something here. If you're anything like me, sometimes it can be hard to get your full hour in, but breaking it up with these more frequent, really productive microdoses, it's not quite a microdose, macrodose, whatever you want to call it, can be a nice way of keeping momentum going, right? I'm sure you'll agree. This hasn't been easy. We've got so much done. Muscle strength and mobility coming together. And hopefully in a way that's engaging and challenging. And
10
then
seconds.
we'll be back for pull day. Then legs, upper, lower. Oh, so much to get our teeth stuck into. Like the final round here.
Last round.
Oh, God. Well, yes, indeedy. No, it's gone. Oh. Okay. All right, last move of the day.
Halfway there.
Yeah. Oh, God. Ah. Lovely. By all means, take your time finishing up if you've still got work to do there. I'm going to commence just 2 nice key stretches for shoulders and chest primarily. We're just going to go with the good old puppy dog. So bum in the air, reaching the arms forward, dropping the chin to the floor, and then hanging out. I'm going to do 5 deep breaths in and out.
Seconds. Well done.
Well done indeed. Oh, we'll go. Ow! We'll go twisted cross, chest, front of shoulder. All right, so palm down, and then just cross the other leg over as much as you need to get that stretch. Oh, that was great. Real nice little pepper upper at the end of a long day here. Not that YouTube really likes sharing my stuff with the world, but you know, I get it. I'm not very good at playing the algorithm game. But if by some miracle you have found your way to this channel through this workout, please, for the love of God, let me know who you are, where you're from, what's going on, if you enjoyed the session. if you need any help on your fitness journey. It really lights me up getting to chat to my training buddies, which is you, by the way. So please, don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. That's what makes this community so fun. We're all in it together, showing up, doing our best to create our best selves, you know. Okay. I think every positive aphorism has been ruined by the fitness industry, so everything sounds just excessively cheesy. Anyway, lots of love to you. I look forward to catching up for our next session, which is going to be pull back biceps with integrated spinal mobility. All right, ciao for now.